Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here today. If you want to follow along, we will be back in Genesis chapter number 33, beginning in verse number 8. We have these words and a very important lesson for us today. Esau said, "What do you mean by all this company that I met?" Jacob answered, "To find favor in the sight of my Lord." But Esau said, "I have enough, my brother. Keep what you have for yourself." Jacob said, "No, please. If I have found favor in your sight, then accept my present from my hand. For I have seen your face, which is like seeing the face of God, and you have accepted me. Please accept my blessing that is brought to you, because God has dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough." Thus he urged him, and he took it. Jacob sends this huge amount of livestock, this great gift he sends to his brother to grease the wheels, if you will, to make things, to help make reuniting with his brother a little easier. To keep Esau from just shooting him on sight. So he's doing this. But here, he finds Esau to be very forgiving. And so maybe he doesn't need to give him all these animals. Maybe he can keep these animals for himself. In fact, Esau tells him, I've got all I need. You keep them. Keep your animals. But Jacob insists. He says, "No, I want you to have these animals." And look what he says. He says, "I want you to have them because God has been gracious to me." And you notice something he says there, because God has dealt gracious with me, and because I have enough. So when he says God's been gracious to him, he wasn't just talking about his physical, his bank account, his livestock total. He says just in general, how God has treated me, how God has taken care of me. God has been gracious with me. And Esau says, "No, I don't want you keep them." Jacob says, "No, I really want you to have these animals." And what that says to me is a lot of times we do the things we have to do. If you've ever been dealing with children and you've told them, told one of them you need to apologize to him, and he goes, "I'm sorry," you force him into that apology. What we see here is Jacob wasn't giving Esau these animals because he was greasing the wheel. Maybe that was one of the ideas, but that wasn't his primary purpose. When we look at this, he says, "I'm doing this because God has blessed me. I'm not giving this because I am compelled to, because God made me do it, any of those reasons. I'm doing it because God has blessed me, and I'm trusting him." That raises the question, I think, for all of us that we have to ask, not just in the area of reconciliation, but in everything we do. Why do we do what we do? Are we serving God? Are we giving financially to our churches? Are we witnessing? Are we working? Are we helping up? Whatever it is, are we doing those things because God has blessed us and we want to serve him and honor him? Or are we doing them because we feel like we've got to, we feel compelled to, or maybe we even think, well, if I'll give away, as some of the health and wealth guys, if I give Esau 580 animals, God will bless me and give me back 1,160 animals. He'll double it. Some people give and do for that reason, out of a legalistic point of view. But Jacob says, "I'm doing this just because God has blessed me." Why do we do what we do? That's the question of the passage. You think about it. Have a good day. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.